Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I have my Child of the 80s Project Pan update for you. This was created by Jaylon. She's going to be linked down below. This is, of course, a PANtastic Ladies collab. I'm thinking this is the third round. I can't remember exactly. Hopefully I will have that somewhere down there in like the title or in the description box, because I can't remember right off the top of my head. But this is a year-long project, and it started on January 1st. We'll go till December 31st. And of course, there's going to be a spreadsheet down below of everyone else that has joined in. And it is 80 prompts. A lot of people are just kind of randomly drawing their prompts. That's what I did the first year, and I felt like I missed out on so much. So the second year, when they doubled the amount of prompts, because the first year there was only 40 prompts, and the second time it was 80 prompts. And I want to say I brought them all in the beginning. That was a challenge. So this year I'm doing it a little bit different. I brought 10 in with my intro, and I've brought in 10 more prompts each update. I will eventually get them all in, but I don't have to feel overwhelmed by so much stuff in front of me all at once. And, you know, anytime I can be less overwhelmed, that is a good thing. That is a very good thing for everyone involved. My hair is jumping out of my head again. All right, so I am going to go over the things that are rolling out. And it looks like everything, except for one, was just usage. And that is partially because I am really going to do all 80 prompts. Whether I finish them all or not is, you know, a different story, but I will have all 80 prompts in here. So I'm using this project primarily as a rotating kind of project. So I can rotate through some of the products that I have in my collection. Pardon me. I'm hoping I'm not getting sick. My kids have all been sick. Actually, both of my boys are sick right now. My daughter was sick last week, and I'm fighting it. Tooth and nail, I'm fighting it. But anywho, so yeah, I'm going to go over those. I'm not going to go over the things that are continuing on, because one, I have to bring in 10 new prompts and products, and I have 2 prompts, products, whatever, that I decluttered. They were in one of my 2 declutters in the recent past, and I just need to replace those products. Man, my throat is just going to be a problem tonight. So I will go over those products. The other products I don't have here anymore. I'm just going to tell you what they are, and I'm going to show you what I'm putting in to replace them. So let's get the stuff that is done and dusted and going back in my collection out of the way. So the first one is neon, and that is something neon. Duh. Which you have to do the duh, because it was such an 80s thing. And I had the Coastal Sands Hot Pot in bright neon pink. So I had this in for 5 uses. I was able to get that, and she is rolling out. Next is going to be jelly shoes. I hated those back in the 80s, and I cannot believe they are making a comeback, because no. Trust me, if you were not around in the 80s and you didn't experience jelly shoes, just do not do that to yourself now. I know they're making a big comeback. No. Trust me, your feet will stink, and it's not good. You'll get like athlete's foot, and if you don't get that, your feet are going to make the little farting sound when you walk in jelly shoes. Just please don't do it. If you are thinking about getting jelly shoes and you've never experienced them, trust me, trust my old wisdom, do not do it. It is not worth it. They're gross. They're nasty. So, now that I'm going to jump off of my soapbox here, jelly shoes, that's product with a jelly-like texture. So I brought in a ColourPop Jelly Much eyeshadow in the shade Mojave Moves for 5 uses. You can see what she looks like there. She's so pretty. It's one of my favorites. It is. 5 uses, I got that easily. It is rolling out. Next is Just Say No. Just say no to jelly shoes. That is something you don't like or you hate. Did I mention jelly shoes are icky? Yeah. Blue eyeshadow. is something I don't love. I don't want to say hate, because hate is such a harsh word, but blue eyeshadow is definitely not like my thing. Like, I can wear blue, clearly. I don't know. It's just not for my eyes. I have BH Cosmetics Bottom-Free Palette, and I have the blue baked eyeshadow in here. And I brought this one in for 5 uses. It's kind of a theme. And it was this shade right here. And ironically, that's the one with the biggest dip in it. I was able to get my 5 uses. I have used it all over my eyes, but I really like to use it on my lower lash line. And that way, like, I can use it and not feel super committed to it. And that has worked out for me quite a bit. Moving on to Blockbuster, and that is a product that used to be hyped or is discontinued. Mine was discontinued, and it is empty. It was not this. I had the Coastal Scents Rice Powder. As most of you know, I used to absolutely adore Coastal Scents. I still own quite a bit of it. They are no more. 2020 did them in, though I think they were on their way out before 2020. And I'm working through a massive bag of the rice powder. And YouTube that watches and thinks that that might be something else. I know that they check your videos for certain words and visuals and stuff like that. It's rice powder. It's not something nefarious. That's all I'm going to say. But I filled up this Essence loose fixing powder container. I'm like, what are the words? And it was pretty full, and I can't remember if it was like super full when I brought it in, or if it was what was remaining from me trying to do that, like finish it in another project. I don't know. Either way, I finished what was in here. I don't remember how much was in it, but it is done. And who knows, maybe future me in future prompts of rolling stuff in, I might fill it up again. Who knows? You just never know with me. But right now I'm working on enough powders, face powders. I don't need to do that anytime soon. All right, moving on to yo-yos. I remember those. A product you can't decide how you feel about. More blue. It is a blue eyeliner. It is NYC in the navy. And I don't love it for my eyes. I don't. I use it on my lips more often than not. I brought this in for 5 uses, and I was able to do that. I do think I used it on my eyes once or twice, and the rest I used on my lips. I still got my 5 uses. It doesn't matter where I used it. I could use it on the tip of my nose as long as I'm using it. Oh, look, shadow puppets. I am so easily distracted. Yeah, as long as it's being used, that's all that matters. All right, let's move on before I get myself even more distracted. The Lost Boys. I loved that movie. That is a black or vampy item, and I went with black because, you know, it's easy. And this is the e.l.f. cream eyeliner in black for 5 uses. Shocker. And I was able to get my 5 uses very easily. I just put it in my makeup basket for a week, and I was able to get my uses that way. All right, sorry about the dinging. I'm getting some texts. I like silenced my computer, but I have my iPad right over here, and I forgot to silence that. I could feel it on my watch. I saw it pop up on my computer. I saw the flash and heard the ding on my iPad, and my phones, I saw the flash, but those are silenced. I got a lot going on over here. All Apple stuff. It's just the way it goes. All right. See, I get very distracted. Strawberry shortcake, a product that smells fruity or is fruit themed. This is Glow Recipe. It is the Plum Plump and Moisturize Hyaluronic Gloss Balm. I love it. It smells like plums, and I love plums. Like, I like fresh plums. I like prunes. I like all of that. I like fruit in general. I like fruit. 5 uses, and I was able to get that. It's very easy to use. And then the last one that is rolling out is Can't Buy Me Love, and that is a product that was a free gift with purchase. This was when I bought, like the last time I bought from Ulta, and I got a bunch of the Not Your Mother's, like the butter masks, my favorite butter masks before they changed it. It was this palette right here. It is officially called the Eye and Face Palette. It's very descriptive, I know. I just wanted to do this no pan left behind style, which I was able to do. It has a very neutral blush, highlighter, and then 6 eyeshadows. It was very easy to get those done, and it is done. And that is going to go back in my drawer. And that was my last rollout. Now, I do have to replace 2 products. I apologize for that. It is the, you didn't pay attention to us the first time, so we're going to ding you a second time. What you going to do? All right. So, for Star Wars, that calls for something glittery. And I had in a ColourPop glitter in Love Language. I decluttered that. I never even used it in this project. And I decluttered it. So I need to bring in something else for Star Wars. And I am going to be bringing in from Bath & Body Works In the Stars body spray. I mean, it makes sense. Star Wars in the stars, and look, it is definitely glittery. So it made perfect sense to me. It smells good. I tried to shove it up my nose, but yeah, 10 uses. I'm bringing that in for 10 uses. I have a lot of fragrances that I'm working on, which is why I only want to do 10 on that one. And let me scroll down. I do have to replace another one, and that was for the Smurfs, and of course that is for something blue packaging, whatever. I decluttered this perfume as well. That was the Boucheron Eau de Parfum. It was not gelling with my current body chemistry, and I decided to donate that. I used it 1 of 5 times, so I'm going to replace it with something blue, and that is going to be the Rada Peppermint Oil, and this is just a very, very large essential oil. I had the other perfume in for 5 uses. I used it once, so I still have 4 uses, and I'm going to get those on this peppermint oil instead of that perfume that I originally brought in. So 4 uses, we'll see if I can make that happen. If I get sick from my kids being sick, I'm going to be using that way more than 4 times, because peppermint oil tends to just open everything up for me, and that's when I tend to want to have that in my life. All right, so we got the stuff that is finished. We got the stuff that needed to be swapped out, replaced, whatever. Now I need to bring in the next 10 prompts. So I'm going to scroll down to that. And the first one is, oh my God. And that is a favorite item or an item that shocks you. So I'm going with a favorite because I feel like I'm not shocked by much anymore. And I've been around long enough that not a lot shocks me anymore. So I am going to be doing the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearls, or Moonlight Pearl. You can see I got like pan on this thing. I love this. This is one of my favorite highlighters, and I want to get 10 uses on that. I know it's not 5, but 10 means it takes more than 1 week in a basket. So I have some things in for 5, some things in for 10, and some things only in for 3. We'll see. Next is It Takes Two, and I'm going to have that song stuck in my head now. So that is a duo or a dual-ended product. This one is from Ulta. It is the eyeliner in Blackout and Plum. I want to get 10 uses on it. Doesn't matter which side. I suspect I'm going to be using Plum more than Blackout because I am working on another black eyeliner to finish this year. Though I'm working on a purple too, so who knows? Maybe I'll give the Mally Midnight a break and just pop this in for a week and see what happens. All right, so 10 uses on that one. Wild Thing. That is a wild item in your collection, whether it's like a duo or multi-chrome, changes colors or whatever. And this one is definitely like a duo chrome polish. This is from Nina. It is Spell on You. And I just want 3 uses because, well, nail polish. It's not something I'm going to be wearing all the time. Like, I mean, I wear nail polish all the time, but not the same one over and over again. All right, Weird Science. Loved that movie. And that is an unusual product or has an interesting formula. I kind of like the formula on this one. It is a little unusual, though not super unusual, just kind of. And this is the Bobbi Brown Pot Rouge for lips and cheeks. And it's wild to me that you can use this on your lips and your cheeks. And it's not glossy on my cheeks, but it is glossy on my lips. I don't know how they make that happen, but that's what she looks like. It is in Velvet Plum, and I am bringing this in for 5 uses. All right, next up, Hello, Is It Me You're Looking For? I'm not going to sing it because, trust me, you would shut down YouTube and go crying if I tried to sing to you. So that's a Holy Grail item. And this one makes me sad because it's no longer being carried at Sally's. It is the I&M Out the Door. It is the top coat, but this one is Northern Lights. So you can see it's got the hollow glitters in it. Love it. I love it so much, and I really hope they're not discontinuing it. I'm hoping it's just that Sally's isn't carrying it anymore. And I brought this in for 5 uses because a top coat I can use the heck out of. I mean, it is Holy Grail status after all. Shrinky Dinks. I remember making these with my sister way back in the day. And that is a mini or deluxe size item. Specifically says not a sample. So I'm bringing in the Inky List Hydra Surge Dewy Face Mist. And this may be the full size that they make. But to me, it's a mini for a face mist. Because it's like a toner. It's not like a setting spray. So yeah, to me, this is small. So I'm going to try to finish this one. It's only 2.5 ounces. Me and face mists, we love each other a whole lot, so yeah, I can go through some face mists. All right, moving on to Ghostbusters. This is my heart right here. I love me some Ghostbusters. He slimed me something green. Gotta love Slimer. I'm bringing in the Not Your Mother's Naturals Matcha Green Tea and Wild Apple Blossom Shampoo, and I'm bringing it in for 5 uses. Because I'm working on some other shampoos and conditioners, so 5 uses, that's good. Whip It. Whip It good. It's Devo. I can picture the video in my head. Something with a whipped or creamy texture. So we're going e.l.f. This is the Lock-On Liner and Brow, and it is definitely a creamy whipped kind of texture. And I am bringing this in for 10 uses. Am I smoking crack when I put 10 uses? We'll see. 10 uses. Apparently I got a little crazy there. Next is, I gotta have more cowbell. Ding, ding, ding. Not Your Mother's Naturals Matcha Green Tea. Oh, I didn't even say what it was for. An integral part of your routine. Because cowbell, you know. Not Your Mother's Naturals Matcha Green Tea and Wild Apple Blossom Conditioner to go with the shampoo for Ghostbusters. And then the very last one, because my camera's yelling at me that it wants to overheat, Wax On, Wax Off, Karate Kid, and that is a product that contains wax. It has to be a liner. It absolutely has to be. This is the ColourPop BFF Green Gel Liner in the shade Crochet for 10 uses. So, whew, this is a long video for me. Hopefully I will have some more rollouts for you next update because my list of things that I'm working on in this project is getting very, very long. So far I have finished 32 items. Not too bad, but leaves a lot of items still to go. So I'm just going to continue working on some things. Hopefully I will have some more rollouts for you next month. And yeah, definitely go check out Jaylon and everyone else that has joined in down below. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you on my next video, have a beautiful day.